Title: Lost in the Woods. Chapter 1. The Quest for S'mores. Hi, I'm Sarah, a 29-year-old girl with a serious craving for s'mores. I decided to venture into the woods in search of the perfect spot to roast marshmallows and indulge in this delicious treat. Little did I know that this simple quest would turn into a hilarious adventure. As I made my way deeper into the woods, I couldn't help but feel a sense of excitement. The sun was shining, birds were chirping, and the smell of pine trees filled the air. It was the perfect day for a s'mores picnic. I found a cozy clearing and set up my campfire, eager to get started on my s'mores. I had all the ingredients ready: graham crackers, chocolate bars, and of course, marshmallows. As I began roasting the marshmallows, I couldn't contain my excitement. But just as I was about to assemble my s'mores, I heard a rustling in the bushes. I turned around to see a squirrel staring at me with curious eyes. I couldn't help but laugh at the sight of this little critter interrupting my snack time. I tried to shoo the squirrel away, but it seemed determined to join me for some s'mores. I couldn't resist its adorable antics, so I decided to share my treats with my new furry friend. We sat by the campfire, munching on s'mores and enjoying each other's company. As the sun began to set, I realized that I had lost track of time. I had wandered deeper into the woods than I had intended, and now I was faced with the daunting task of finding my way back home. But instead of panicking, I decided to embrace the adventure and see where the night would take me. Chapter 2. The Nighttime Shenanigans. As I wandered through the dark woods, I couldn't help but feel a sense of unease. The rustling of leaves and the hooting of owls made me shiver, but I knew that I had to stay calm and focused if I wanted to find my way back home. I stumbled upon a small stream and decided to follow it, hoping that it would lead me to civilization. As I walked along the banks, I heard a strange noise coming from the water. I cautiously approached and was surprised to see a family of beavers building a dam. I couldn't help but chuckle at the sight of these industrious creatures working together to create their home. I watched in awe as they carried sticks and mud, their tails slapping against the water in a rhythmic pattern. It was a sight to behold, and I felt grateful to witness such a magical moment in the woods. But as I continued on my journey, I realized that I was hopelessly lost. The trees all looked the same, and the darkness seemed to swallow me whole. I tried to retrace my steps, but the more I walked, the more disoriented I became. Just when I thought all hope was lost, I saw a flickering light in the distance. I followed it eagerly, hoping that it would lead me to safety. As I got closer, I realized that the light was coming from a cozy cabin nestled in the woods. I knocked on the door, and to my surprise, it was opened by a friendly old man with a twinkle in his eye. He welcomed me inside, offering me a warm meal and a comfortable bed for the night. I couldn't believe my luck. It seemed that the woods had a few surprises up its sleeve after all. Chapter 3. The Morning After. I woke up to the sound of birds chirping and sunlight streaming through the cabin window. I couldn't believe that I had spent the night in the woods, but I was grateful for the hospitality of the old man who had taken me in. As I sat down for breakfast, the old man regaled me with stories of his own adventures in the woods. He told me about the creatures he had encountered, the mysteries he had unraveled, and the lessons he had learned along the way. I listened intently, captivated by his tales of bravery and resilience. After breakfast, the old man offered to guide me back to the edge of the woods. I gladly accepted his help, grateful for his kindness and wisdom. As we walked through the trees, I couldn't help but feel a sense of nostalgia for the night I had spent in the woods. When we finally reached the edge of the woods, I turned to thank the old man for his help. But to my surprise, he had disappeared, leaving behind only a faint scent of pine and a sense of wonder in my heart. As I made my way back home, I couldn't help but smile at the memories of my adventure in the woods. It had been a journey filled with laughter, surprises, and unexpected friendships. And as I sat down to enjoy another batch of s'mores, I knew that I would always cherish the time I had spent lost in the woods. The end.